Good evening and welcome to Local Views. My name is Lawrence Gray. We've entitled this segment Straight Talk. I remember years back in the early 1980s, the state of New York was placing all of its insurance on its automobile fleet through Young's and Linford, or Lightfoot, insurance brokerage agency in Geneseo, New York. One of the partners in Young's and Linford insurance brokerage agency in Geneseo, New York, which was insuring the entire state motor vehicle fleet, was Jim Emery, like an Assemblyman Jim Emery, the minority leader of the state assembly. Again, a coincidence that just seems so inexplicable. There are many assemblymen and senators who are also connected with stock brokerage firms. So what better place, if you want political influence to help your particular industry, than to place a substantial amount of your holdings through that senator or assemblyman's brokerage agency. A senator and assemblyman has the right to have an outside source of income, except if the legislature passed a law precluding them from doing so, assuming it would be constitutional. However, there is nothing, absolutely nothing, to stop the New York State legislature from passing a law tomorrow that would say all assemblymen and all senators and the governor must disclose every single source and the amount of their outside income. They can remain in office. It's just a matter of full disclosure so that you know who's getting what from where on the side. And as I say, if 90% of your income is coming from a law firm represented by certain clients that you pass laws relating to, the chances are that you're not going to pass a law that's going to cut off your nose to spite your face with these big firms and these big corporations that are feeding your law firm that you're getting a cut of the yearly income from. It's not going to happen. They resist full financial disclosure like dirty boys fear a wash basin. You can take a look at Suffolk County's financial disclosure law, which is a complete mockery. The law purports to require that all Suffolk County officials fill out a financial disclosure questionnaire so that the public will have confidence that none of their private interests has a conflict of interest, the appearance of a conflict of interest, that the public can be assured of the integrity of their various political leaders, and all this good kind of stuff. No one ever tries to get a look at those financial disclosure statements because by the same law which established the financial disclosure requirement, the members of the public are forbidden to see them because of some bogus claim by your elected Suffolk County legislators that that is an unlawful invasion of their privacy, which no court would ever uphold. As a matter of fact, Suffolk County's financial disclosure secrecy law was challenged when a person by the name of Louis Tempera was on trial in Suffolk County for perjury years ago. And it went to the Appellate Division, 2nd Department, and they frankly brushed to the side this secrecy provision in the Suffolk County financial disclosure law. They said, no, it's not going to trump a grand jury subpoena. And it was with that that the court, probably with a purpose, laid out the entire terms of this bogus financial disclosure law at the Suffolk County level. I have personally written my legislator, Lynn Noack, respectfully suggesting that she propose legislation to require that these financial disclosure statements filled out by County Executive Steve Levy and her and the rest of the legislators be filed as public documents so that you or I and anybody else excuse me, can go have a look at them. These financial disclosure statements do not ask male members, do you wear a toupee? Do you have false teeth? They don't ask for sexual preference. They don't ask for the size of somebody's undergarments. They ask for purely financial information. Assumedly, they are all lawfully engaged in some sort of private practice or enterprise if they are so led, and therefore should have no problem disclosing who they work for and where they're getting and how much money from. It's as simple as that. If you go to the town of Smithtown, they have a big fancy ethics section of their town code. Each member of the town board and town employees must file an ethics disclosure statement listing their finances and whether members of their families have contracts with the town and everything that you would want in a financial disclosure statement. However, in order for me or anybody to get their hands on one, we have to make an application to the Smithtown Ethics Board, which in its unbridled discretion will decide what and if we get to see anything. That ethics board is appointed by Supervisor Patrick Vecchio and the controlling interest on the town board. It's not going to happen. Don't even waste your time applying to get to see anyone. If you really want financial disclosure, let them file it with the public as a public document so that we can all get to see it. And now I'm going to wrap up in about 2 seconds, and I'd just like to point out something. Your taxes in your school budgets are going to go up this year, the same as they did last year, the year before that, the year before that, the year before that, and the year before that. As you can well see from Newsday reports of late, they're taking you to the cleaners. If you want to go out and just keep voting these school budgets, it's a free country. But I have to tell you something. Those that keep voting these school budgets may find those aside them that are going to pay the bill dwindling. They're going to become like the last of the Mohegans. And eventually it is economically unsustainable to constantly have these lavish school board contracts from school boards to teachers who basically control the school boards who are supposed to fix their salary, because those school boards are controlled by the United Federation of Teachers. If I've made certain people uncomfortable with what I've said, I'm happy to have made you uncomfortable. If I've enlightened others and made you angry, I surely hope I have done so, because the truth is very, very seldom welcome, if it's ever welcome at all. Thank you for listening. It was a pleasure. Good night.